Good morning, everyone. Good morning to everyone. Come on in. It is time for morning motivation. It is Thursday, the day after Christmas, and we are live here for morning motivation. I am your host, Pastor Dante, and we are live. Come on in, hit your like, tag, and share button. You know how we do it. We do it right because this is all we do at 7:30 in the morning. Each and every morning, we are live Monday through Friday. And here we are yet again, the day after Christmas. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. Hit your like, hit your tag, hit your share button. Come on in, hit your live button. Come on in. We are live this morning, the day after Christmas. What a beautiful day it is. What an amazing day yesterday was. Reggie, good morning. Good to see you. What an amazing day yesterday was. We are truly excited to be alive. Reggie, Sherry T, Renee, Tamika, Yvonne, Sister Felicia Hall, Jasmine, Jessica. Good morning to all of you. So good to see everybody on this morning. So good to see everybody on this morning. Monique, Lisa, hi, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. It is exciting to be alive this morning. Church is closed. LBF is closed. Collab is closed. Maybe some people that come in. But I'm working. My wife said, I know what you're going to be doing. You're going to bed, you're getting up early, and you're coming. You already know. Already know. Donna Moon, good morning. Grand rising to you too. Already know. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Kevin. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays. Next up, watch night. Next up, sneaker ball. We on fire. Good morning, Pastor Diane. Good morning. Good to see you. Everybody, good morning to everyone on the live this morning. It is time for morning motivation. Listen, the shepherd is out. Stop. That was fire yesterday. That morning motivation yesterday with them shepherds was fire. The shepherd was outside with the flock. That thing was crazy. That was crazy yesterday. All day yesterday, we had a Becoming Whole Wednesday holiday style Christmas edition. Because I'm telling you, that morning motivation yesterday, coupled with what we experienced in here for Christmas Day celebration, that Christmas Day service was one for the books yesterday. I'm telling that service yesterday. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Don. Good morning. I think I said good morning, Annie Brown, Karen Carter. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning. That service yesterday had us in a chokehold. We couldn't even move. Couldn't move. Could not move. Went all the way in. Everybody, praise team, everybody, musicians, gone. It was one of them days. It was one of them mornings. Good morning, Lavelle. It was one of them mornings. It was one of them services. It was, wow. Yeah, we were paralyzed. We was in a straight chokehold. Couldn't move. The spirit of the presence of the living God engulfed this entire place. Bishop John David, good morning. Engulfed. It was amazing. It was amazing. Prayfully, everyone had and please, I know because we opened the Winter Wonderland on Christmas. We didn't have as many because, I know a lot of people went, but Christmas, Winter Wonderland will be open until Sunday. Service was over. Everybody service was completely over. Everybody still sitting there, couldn't move. It was a great morning. So the Winter Wonderland will be open until Sunday. So please come by Sunday right after church. We're going to open up in grand style. We still have some gifts we need to give away to children. It was just amazing. It was just amazing. Amazing. So yesterday was truly one of those days. Yesterday, my daughter, Piera, cooked holiday dinner. My God, she did her thing yesterday. I'm telling you that right now. Piera did her thing yesterday. First time, knocked it out the park. My daughter, she knocked it completely out of the park. Yeah, she did a great job for the first time. Went to my brother's house. Their meals, of course, good all the way around. All the way around. Just love it. Just love it. She did a great job yesterday. Did a great job. Thank God for her life. And then my brother went over his house. They, of course, their food is just amazing. Just amazing. And had a great fellowship. Just great fellowship. Being around family during the holidays. Just amazing. Just amazing. So thank God for a holiday. Pray for you. Everyone's holiday season was great. I know some, the season is not the best. So many loved ones have gone on to be with the Lord, and I know you miss them and they miss you too. Just praying that you was able to get through and enjoy some moments with the family that's here. Amen. Somebody, I pray this is not callous, but I heard something from Lady Caller. Good morning, Deaconess. I heard something from Lady Caller that was it's so profound once. She said, we get so caught up in the people that left that we don't enjoy the people that are here. Took me out. Took me completely out. That thing was, we get so caught up in the people that are not here, and we don't even celebrate the ones that are. Took me out. Took me completely out. You have loved ones that are here, but we get caught up with the ones that have gone and don't even really celebrate the ones that are here. That's big, y'all. That Nelly, good morning. That's big. Good morning, Juan. Pray for you. My. That's big, y'all. All right, y'all. I have something I want to give y'all, something real, a surprise for y'all. It's an old school song I heard yesterday. I said, I need to put this on a live today. I need to put this on the live today. Oh no, I already took care of the troll. Don't worry about it, Pastor Diane. I just deleted them. Don't worry. You don't never have to worry about it. I'm always monitoring my lives. Here we go. Let's go, y'all. Let's hear it. Here we go. Make no difference. Come on, everybody. Celebrate God today.
He will comfort,
He will comfort.
strengthen, and keep me. I
Yes.
can call him when I need him. Father, love in heaven.
Yes.
I can go, God in prayer. Oh, yes, I can.
I wait for them.
Sometimes my burdens, they get so heavy, Lord. Yeah, yeah.
I can go to him. late great Albertina Walker. Come on, y'all not ready? Y'all was not ready for that this morning. I can call him when I need him. My God, what a way to start your morning off. I don't know if you needed it. I know some of y'all tired and sleepy. My God, I can call him when I need him. He can work it out. He can work it out. Yes, he can. He can. Whose anniversary is today? Juan, your anniversary is today? Oh, happy anniversary, Juan and Melissa Smith. Happy anniversary to Juan and Melissa Smith. I can call him, Tariq, when I need him. I'm so glad I can call him when I need him. My God, what a word this morning. What a word this morning. I'm telling you, I can call him when I need him. That's happy anniversary to Juan and Melissa Smith, 11 years. My God, I was trying to get ready for my appointment, but you didn't put a stop to that. Call on him, Tara. Woo! Call on him. Call on him. He can work it out. He can work it out. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. That's old school right there. I know I was probably 12, 13 years old when that song came out. Late, great Albertina Walker. Yes. What a great song. All right, y'all. Let's type in follow me as I follow Christ. 2 Timothy 2. 2 Timothy 2, chapter 2. Yes. 2 Timothy 2, chapter number 2. Y'all got married the day after Christmas. Amazing. That was amazing. What a great Christmas gift. It married the day after Christmas. My. All right. On my playlist. Felicia said that's on my playlist now. Yeah, when I heard it yesterday, I said, I got to play this today. I got to play this one today. That took me way back. That old Sweet Hope Free Will Baptist Church type of song. Thank God for him. All right. Chapter number 2, verse 2. No, actually, we're going to do verse number 3. Verse number 3. It's so good to celebrate. Nina, good morning. It's so good to celebrate each other. Vanessa Padgett, good morning. Dr. Tina Baker, good morning. It's so good to celebrate each other's accomplishments. 11 years, good morning, Ebony Nicole Graham, good morning. 11 years in marriage is not easy to do. Okay. I've seen many that barely lasted 11 months. That didn't last 11 months. I've seen it. And they will tell you, yeah, Pastor, you are right. So it's so good to see persons celebrating specifically marital bliss, the marital relation, matrimony, all of that goes together with marriage. And for everybody that's single out there, believe me, it is not for the faint of heart. If you cannot handle stress, struggle, don't get married, because you'll ruin somebody's life because your emotional imbalances. You'll ruin it. If you are not stable emotionally in this season, don't do it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dr. Baker. They don't want to hear that this morning. I'm talking to the ones that know what it takes to. It don't take nothing. Somebody say, preach, Pastor. It don't take nothing to get married. It takes everything in you to stay married. So happy anniversary, Juan and Melissa. It don't take nothing to get married. It takes everything to stay married. If you're not ready to give, okay, I'm sorry. That's right. Tony, am I preaching? I know I'm preaching. All right, verse number 3. Endure suffering along with me as a good soldier of Christ Jesus. Takes everything. Y'all gonna get stuck on this. I can see it. Y'all gonna get stuck on this one. See, because what happens in relationships, specifically, let me go back to marriages, people set you up for this fantasy life. Because all they show you and all they talk about is the great things that you will experience. And then they only show you the pictures during the wedding. They only show you the pictures during the honeymoon. They only show you the pictures during the holidays when everybody's smiling and greeting each other. And they ain't going to show you the, okay, I'm sorry. They ain't going to show you the other stuff, what it really takes, what's really going on behind closed doors. They're not going to show you that. They're going to show you and fill your heads. Let me talk to you. I'm talking to everybody on here, married folk. I'm talking to the single folk. I'm talking to listen to me. If you come into this thinking that you're going to be living out this fantasy, Instagram, Facebook, married life, somebody just lied to you. Somebody lied. Okay. Somebody lied. You ain't willing to fight to keep it, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I know I'm talking 37 years. I got a little bit of history to making sure that everything stays intact, because the enemy comes in. The Lord, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord will lift up a standard. Most of folk drown when the flood comes in. When the flood of conflict, when the flood of disagreement, when the flood of going in one direction, going in the opposite direction, when the flood of you trying to merge two to become one. Do you know the miracle? Do you know how difficult it is, Tracy Robinson, for two to become one? Two people from opposite families, two people from different homes, different perspectives, different histories, all of the history from their family, and then the history from your family, all has to come together to be one. Y'all are not ready for me this morning. I'm talking about the history from their grandparents, the curses that came from their great-grandparents, all trying to become one with someone else. So after the love and after the infatuations, after all that's over, reality sets in. Waking up saying, what in the world is happening? then that's when the marriage starts to take place. Somebody saying, Pastor. Somebody saying, Pastor. I hear you, Reggie, but I'm telling you, you can say you're ready if you want to. There's some folk in here. I want y'all to tell me if I'm preaching to you. There's some folk in here who thought they were ready, but wasn't ready for what came up. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's go back to, because y'all took us to another place. They thought they was ready, but then when life smacked them and the flood came, and then Ebony said, and then they folded, you weren't ready. Tracy said, I had no idea. I said, if I get ready, if I get married, I would be able to have, no, okay, I'm just telling you, even after you get it, I'm telling you, one of the hardest things ever, everybody said ever, is that's why they call it a miracle. For two to become one. If you're going through any type of marital issue right now, you got your relationship on the altar, call the church, make an appointment. I can set everything straight. And they'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll have one session with you. It will change everything. Oh, and we didn't even talk about having to go through somebody's sickness while they paralyzed or they in the hospital and they got to go through rehab. Juan said, New Kingdom saved our marriage. I'm telling you, if you have a relationship issue, I'm telling you right now, call the church, give me one session, I'll save it. I know I will. You got to be willing to follow my instructions, but I'll save it. My God, my God. That's the whole thing, Cynthia. That's the whole thing, Cecilia. That's the whole thing. You're not going to be ready. You got to work it out. You got to stick with it. Nobody's ready. Everybody think they are, but they never are. Listen, my wife and I, we oh my gosh, we would take y'all to a place you would never in your life be willing to separate or even think about it ever again. It might come through your mind, but you won't even entertain it because the enemy will always try to plant. Taking discipleship, my wife was taking us to a whole new level. Come on, Deacon. Come on, Rodney. He's taking discipleship with his wife. Lachelle said we need the book and the workbook. All right, y'all. Let's get back to this because we could do a whole live on this, a whole one. Raquel talking. Y'all not ready. Anyway, endure suffering. That's along with me as a good soldier of Christ Jesus. Because what's going to happen, I'm talking through this marriage again. What's going to happen is you're going to have a season of suffering. Somebody say, Pastor, stop. And you're thinking, oh, I'm about to run. I'm helping everybody. Listen to me. Rodney, I know you're going to get this. You're going to go through a season of suffering that the enemy is going to make you believe that they are not the one. God, I'm preaching it here. The season of suffering that you go through with the marriage is not designed to show you what their weaknesses are. The season of suffering that you go through the marriage is to show you what God is trying to bring you to. It's a season of suffering. You have to endure through the marriage a season of suffering. It's not going to be a year. It could be 2. It could be 3. It could be 5. It could be 10 years. But you got to go through that season. And I'm getting ready to run somebody down Dorsey Road. The longer the season of suffering, the greater the assignment for the marriage. The longer the season of suffering, the stronger, the more powerful the assignment God has for your life, for that marriage. You got to understand that the marriage has an assignment. Somebody say, preach, Pastor, stop. You preaching, you teaching, and you preaching at the same time. Your marriage has an assignment. If you're married on here, if you're married, I want you to declare my marriage has an assignment. I want you to declare it right now. Y'all got me losing my voice on Thursday. My marriage has an assignment. The enemy is so cunning. He's so cunning. He's going to make you believe that when that season of suffering shows up and it becomes an extended season, he's going to make you think they're not the right one. He's going to make you think you made a mistake and you don't even realize that God is setting you up for the assignment. My God, my God. Everybody, every marriage that has had a session with me, please confirm that I'm telling the truth. This so they'll know that I'm not just talking out the side of my neck, that I'm not talking with experience. I need everybody every marriage that has had a session with me, please say, Pastor, you are telling the truth. I am a witness. Type in there, I'm a witness. There are multiple marriages on here that were saved because they discovered they have an assignment together. My. My marriage has an assignment. Wow. Wow. That's all you need to know. Once you embrace the fact that your marriage has an assignment, now this is going to mess everybody up, okay? This is going to mess all of y'all up. I've never shared this before, but it's going to mess all of y'all up, okay? It's going to mess all y'all up. Donna, everybody says that. Everybody says that. One of the, and Chanel, don't run. Don't run. Don't run. I need you not to run. Please, Chanel, make sure you strapped in. This is going to mess everybody up. Listen to this, Chanel, listen to this, Monique. One of the assignments for the season of suffering is for you, listen to me, to discover who you are in the marriage. Pastor, I'm about to blow everybody's head completely off. What it does, it creates the season of suffering, creates space. God, I'm preaching in here. It creates space. Oh my God. It creates space for you to discover who you are in the marriage. God, help me in here. Because what happens is you lose your, God, I'm preaching in here. You begin to lose yourself and not know who you are in the marriage. So it almost seems like a season of separation. I just ran into traffic. I just literally ran into traffic. I came back. It almost seems like a separation is happening, but what is actually happening is you're finding out who you are in God. So in your mind, it will literally feel like, oh my God, it feels like we're getting ready to go through a separation. This is getting ready to happen. Divorce is getting ready. No, God is saying, I'm drawing you closer to who I am, and I'm helping you to discover who you are in the marriage. So when you, God, please help me in here. It says when you become whole. God, Rodney, don't run in here. What is happening, Lavelle, due to that season of suffering and that season of separation, God is trying to make you whole. We think we can become whole in the marriage when you should have been whole before the marriage. I'm out. I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm done. My voice is gone. I'm gone. That's it. I'm done. I can't even talk. Since we weren't whole before the marriage, we are discovering that we are so broken while in the marriage. God is saying, I have to put you together separate. We went into the marriages not even whole. My wife and I, we got married, we were 18. We didn't know what being whole was. We weren't whole. We were still trying to discover ourselves. We didn't even know who we were. Didn't even know who we were. So that season of suffering showed up. In the season where it felt like we were separating, but what God was doing, he was working on us individually to become whole. And as we became whole, it started coming back together. Lord, but what we didn't do is we didn't give up. What happens is you give up in the midst of you becoming whole. You're becoming who you are, and they're becoming who they are, so the two can become one. My. Crazy. Nobody will tell you that. Nobody will tell you that. Because most people don't survive the season of separation. Oh, gosh, most people don't survive the season of separation. They don't survive the season of suffering. They feel like they made a mistake, or God has given them, or they got a sign. It's a sign for me to leave. It's a sign for me to get out of here. It's a sign. All this stuff, ain't no sign happening. God is saying you got to go through this season of suffering, this season of separation, so I can create a whole you and not a broken you. Some of these marriages that I'm talking about right now are living, and I need to see if I'm a witness, are living their best life that they've ever lived in their entire life right now. This is the reason why when God brings you to that season, when God brings you into that season, when you in your spirit, in your flesh, in the feelings, everything in you, listen to me, everything in you is telling you to quit. Everything in you is telling you. Everything is telling you to quit. Everything is lining up for you to quit. Everything in your flesh is telling you to get out of there, to start over. You got to fight that feeling as hard as you can, because it's the enemy trying to help you or trying to make you abort or sabotage your assignment. You have to hold on for dear life. Everything gonna line up. Everything's gonna line up. The arguments, it's going to be the arguments, it's going to be the fussing, it's going to be the disagreements, it's going to be financial situations, it's going to be job situations, it's going to be your social life, the house is getting repossessed or foreclosed, you're getting evicted. Everything is going to line up for you to say, I am done, enough is enough, I can't take it anymore. You're going to have to do everything to fight to hold on. You're going to have to fight to hold on. And because your mind, Your mind will play major tricks on you. It will try to line up. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because your mind and your flesh is going to tell you the only option that's going to work for you is to start over. When that thing got real for me and my wife, and we was going through, and we was trying to keep the. I just want you to see what was happening. We was trying to get through school. We was trying to get through with my son's struggle. We were trying to get through keeping his church alive, keeping his church. I was trying to keep the house because I didn't have money because I was paying the church's rent and not paying mine. Financially, we were stressed out. Everything financially, we were stressed out. We had no money. She had lost a contract that she had had. All of these things were happening all at the same time. Let me tell you what kept me in the fight. Let me tell you what kept me in the fight. I've never even shared this with my wife. Let me show you what kept me in the fight. I'm going to show you what kept me in the fight. What kept me in the fight was this. God asked me, he posed a question to me. Listen to me. He posed this question. What will be the greatest impact on your life? Now, you can do good by yourself. You can do good doing it by yourself. He said, but what will be the greatest impact? The testimony of you surviving the marriage and the marriage growing a ministry together, or you doing it by yourself? And they only had to ask me that question one time. And I knew what it was. I knew what it was. Ask yourself, what will have the greatest impact? Before you make a decision, what's going to, yeah, you could do it by yourself. Oh, you could grow this, grow that, do it. But what will have the greatest impact? I can guarantee you right now, and you ain't got to tell me, somebody's marriage just got saved on this line. Somebody's marriage just got saved on this line. If your marriage, if you bold enough to declare, I'm not quitting because you was about to quit, you was about to throw in the towel, I dare you. I'm daring you. I'm going old school. I dare you, but Pastor, you just saved my marriage. Pastor, that's right, doing it together has the greatest impact. Somebody say, Pastor, you just saved my marriage. I know you on here. I know you on here. I know it. You just say, you just saved my marriage. Hello?
Yes, hi, good morning. My name's Kirk. I'm with Custom Cabling. We have the appointment for the Comcast fire today.
She said it's at 10 o'clock.
They told you 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Are you in the building?
I am in the building. They told me 8 to 10. That's why I'm out
Okay.
here now.
All right. Hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. I got to take this call real quick. Hold on. Are you in the building, right? You at 2?
I am. I'm up on the second floor. Are you moving into 207?
207. Type in the code is 251.
Okay. I'm in.
All right,
So
there you go.
You're doing internet and phone, correct?
Yes, internet and phone.
Okay. Do you have a specific location in here where you want the equipment to go, or does it matter?
You'll see it. It's in the kitchen. It's a closet, right? You'll see it.
Let me see.
All right, I'm back. Had to take the cable guys putting in cable in one of the offices. Yeah. Yes, Jeffrey. I'm telling you, Jeffrey. I'm talking to you at the same time. Yes. My God. Got it. Thank you, sir. I'll be there. I'll be there in the Lord. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I had the cable guy putting in internet in one of the offices, collaborative healing office. All right. So you have to understand what God is doing in that relationship. He is trying to create something that can only be accomplished with two. Oh, I know y'all heard it. I had it off mute. He's trying to make sure you accomplish something that can only be handled with two. Everyone, I knew I wasn't on mute. I wanted to make sure y'all heard me so y'all knew what I was dealing with. Are y'all gonna grab that for me, please? The enemy has a job, and that is to separate. It's big, y'all. He said Comcast got a commercial break. That's stupid. That's the reason why he's trying to break you up. He's trying to do everything to make sure you don't survive. That's right, Cynthia. Cynthia, you right. You're right, Cynthia. It doesn't matter what relationship, mothers, daughters, mothers, sons, fathers, daughters, fathers, sons, grandchildren. All he wants to do is to continue to separate. We have the one thing the enemy will never be able to take from my wife and I is that our marriage has lasted longer than any marriage in our family, both of our families. Our marriage has lasted longer than any marriage in our family, both of our families. You have been given the opportunity to fulfill an assignment that only your marriage can accomplish. Pastor, this is serious. I'm going to say it one more time. You have been given the opportunity to accomplish an assignment that only your marriage can accomplish. And for all the single persons that are on here, I'm praying that you are receiving this, because you honestly, you had to, I'm telling you right now, what I'm giving you, you would have to pay for. I'm giving you about 4 or 5 marital sessions that will at least be $100 an hour each. And just what I just said, listen to me. Listen to this. When I'm not only just saying it just for the marriage itself, they are even, when you have a business partnership, when you have any type of partnership, when you got work, oh, hallelujah, thank you. God has given me this. This revelation is fire. Listen to this, Fatina. Even your work relationships, because the enemy will try to separate, oh my God, something that's going well, that's going strong. He will use whatever he can, whatever plan he can to separate the partnership, separate the relationship, even at work. Your employees, employer, he will do whatever he can to make sure it's separated, because he knows if it really becomes what it's supposed to become, nothing's going to be able to stop you. Every God ordained relationship God has you in, it can be, all of what I just shared with you can be used to make sure it has the impact it's been designed to have. All right, let me show you. Let me show you how real this is. And everybody on here, especially the people that I know, since you've been here, I'm preaching. I'm telling you, I'm preaching. Since you've been here, you've had relationships that you came in here with, but the enemy has been trying to separate it. Tell us, Shayna. I'm preaching. Am I talking? Since you've been in this church, since you've been on this morning motivation, you had a relationship that you know that is God ordained, but the enemy has been trying to separate it. You got offense that came into play. You got your feelings hurt. I know I'm telling the truth. You got your feelings hurt. You got offended. You got the form of jealousy. And oh, I'm preaching. I'm going to share. You got the feeling of the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of envy, all this stuff happening. reason? Because the enemy knows he wants to separate what he can't control. You preaching. He wants to separate what he can't control. That's why you cannot allow the enemy to separate you in the relationship. That spirit of offense has been trying to separate you. That feeling of jealousy and envy in other people. I've seen it. I already know I've seen it. I see it. I see it all the time. Don't think I don't see it. Please don't think I don't see it. I see it. I just don't interfere with it because that's not my business. I let God do that work. So now I'm going to teach you on why you need to reestablish, somebody type in reestablish, why you need to reestablish the relationship. Because that relationship has an assignment. Oh my God, Pastor, stop. That relationship has an assignment attached to it. He did it. I had to. I know what I'm talking about. 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 Because as we were building this business relationship that I have with Rodney and myself, I'm telling you, I'm giving you my personal testimony. Something was happening in the relationship that I had the opportunity to run with it. I had the opportunity to run with it, and I had every right and was justified. I think Rodney and them are still get ready to get on the plane, so he might not be able to. I had every right and I was justified to sever the relationship. And everybody, even himself, would have agreed. I'm teaching y'all. I'm teaching. But then I started praying. I started praying, asking God for guidance. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. And God said, don't do it. I had every right and would have been justified. God said, do not do it. Now, Tracy, there are some relationships you'll know when it's time to let go. You'll know. You'll know. Speak to God about it. Don't take it from me. Talk to God. God will let you know exactly what to do. Take your hand off of it. And if the relationship, oh my God, he just given us even more. If the relationship sinks, then you know it wasn't of God. Just take your hand off of it. If it sinks, you don't put nothing in it. You don't put your mouth on it. You don't say anything negative about it. But if you take your hand off of it and if it sinks, God said, don't do it. That's what he told me. I'm talking about this specific relationship. And ever since that moment happened, ever since I heard God specifically, I never did it. Even when other opportunities came up, Kristen, even when other opportunities came up, never did it. Every relationship, your prayer has to be, God, what is the assignment for this relationship? You think it's just social. See, ain't nothing just social. Everything is spiritual. What is my assignment? What are we assigned to accomplish in this relationship? Take your hands off of it. If it sinks, leave it alone. We all had a blessed Christmas. Cam, we going in on this relationship. And my wife made this statement. Can we thank Juan and Melissa for getting married 11 years ago? Because that's what just shifted this entire conversation. There is every relationship that you are a part of has an assignment attached to it. Pastor, you are teaching in here. Every relationship I am in, it doesn't matter if I'm called to mentor the person, if I'm called to help establish. There are people that have been working for us, and God told me, I sent them to you because I need you to help to establish a work ethic for them. That's your assignment with them. Are you going to ask them, you and God are going to have a conversation today? What's my assignment with this person? Why am I in relationship with this person? Why am I in a relationship with this person like that? What have you called me to do with this relationship? Every relationship has an assignment attached to them. I'm gonna tell you this, and Deaconess will tell you the truth. We have a lot of young adult women that work for us. A lot of them. There are a lot of them. Many of them come from broken homes. Many of them don't even have fathers in their lives. Fathers either passed away or fathers weren't a part of their life. We have literally had to step in to be mother and father to them. The assignment is to help stabilize the. Am I talking good, Deaconess? Our assignment for them is to help establish a stability in their life. They had zero work ethic. They didn't know how to talk to people. They were disrespectful to adults. I'm talking and I'm preaching. God said, I sent them to you to help grow them up and stabilize their life. Give them a. Okay. You got to see why. All of them had some level of dysfunction. All of them. They had zero work ethic. They did not know how to talk to people. They were disrespectful to authority. They had a work ethic that should have had them fired months ago. But God said, don't give up on them. I sent them to you so you can help stabilize their life. Because if you don't stabilize their life, their children will be suffering for their lack of maturity. God, help me in here. No work ethic. None. And you can line them all up in here, and I tell them, none of them. Coming to work on time was a foreign language to them. So every time I get a chance to hire them, I hire them because I know what my assignment is. I know what my assignment is. Know what your assignment is in every relationship you have. They can't become consistent because they're not stable. Don't know how to manage their money. Okay, I'm talking, y'all. I'm talking good. I'm talking good. Don't know how to manage their finances. Don't know how to be good stewards. Never knew anything about discipleship. Had zero parenting skills. All right, I'm about to run out of here. And you don't even want to get into the relationship with the opposite sex. If we be in here all, they had, okay, let me keep going. But somebody type in there, but somebody has to do it. If the kingdom doesn't step in to help them to grow up and be productive and stable citizens, then the world is going to do it. And you can already see what the world is doing. Look at what the world is producing. Look at what the world is producing, Sharon. Look at what it's done. Look at what it's churning out. It's producing unproductive young adults that literally have zero idea of what their assignment is. But somebody has to do it. Somebody in the kingdom has to step up. Don't just talk about them. Get into a relationship with them. And getting into a relationship with them is not you beating up on them all the time. I had to do this, and I'm being very honest. I had to do this to one of them. I had to do this. I had to apologize to them. I'm gonna tell you the hardest thing. Y'all gonna say, Pastor, you teach it. I'm gonna close this thing out. I got chills going all through my body. I said, I had to apologize to one of them because it was difficult for me to separate me from being their employer to being their pastor. I teach this to deacons all the time, and I teach it to myself. You got to know when to be the employer, and then you got to know when to be the pastor. Oh my God, you are teaching in here, Duckett. I had to learn, and I had to apologize to one of them because I was getting on them when they didn't need an employer, they needed a pastor. I had to know when to make sure to help them to become who they were. I had to apologize. I had to apologize. I had to know when to turn it down or turn it off. Because it's so easy, y'all, to beat up on them and tell them what they're doing wrong. It's so easy to literally chastise them and discipline them. It's easy. That's the easy thing to do. It's another thing to really understand and listen to what they're dealing with, how to manage. How in the world are you going to manage being a single parent when you barely earning enough to be able to feed yourself, let alone your own children? I had to learn. I had to learn. I had to listen to the Holy Spirit when he tell me they don't need you to be their employer today. They need you to sit and listen to them and pastor them. You need to pastor them. But then you got to know when to turn the pastor off and be the employer and enforce disciplinary actions. Boundaries that are enforceable must be established. Somebody typing in, oh my gosh. Create enforceable boundaries. Typing in there, y'all. Create enforceable boundaries. Don't create boundaries that you're not going to enforce. Enforceable boundaries are real. And if they are used correctly, can change the lives of so many people. It doesn't mean you got to be mean and nasty. Nope. You just know you can't come across this line right here. I can't let you into this space right here. This space you're not allowed to get into. I'm sorry. I love you, but you can't get into this space. And I can't allow myself into that space. Because the moment I feel this is a trigger for me when I know I need to enforce boundaries, I start getting emotional. When I start getting emotional, that means I need to enforce boundaries. Pastor, you a teacher. When you start getting emotional, listen to me, especially there's a lot of women on here. When you start getting emotional, you know now it's time to enforce boundaries. Because your emotions want to take you to another place that your boundaries are trying to keep you away from. Duckett, you are teaching it here. This thing might go down. I might have to record. Your emotions want to take you to a place that your boundaries are trying to keep you out of. When you get emotional, and then many of you know, I'm gonna help you, and then we can get off of here. Many of you seen it. You've seen it. You start thinking of that loved one that's gone, that's passed away. You start getting really emotional, and you got a lot of things to do, but your emotions are starting to creep in, and you kind of lose track of time. That's the time for you to create boundaries. Say, no, I'm not going there anymore. Because the emotions are trying to slow you down, trying to get your focus, trying to distract you. That's where you got to enforce. You got to enforce those, and you got to enforce those boundaries immediately. Mama Bethia said, parents want too much friendship with kids instead of providing direction and discipline. Yes, ma'am. So again, we need to thank, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to tell you, because a couple of y'all made this statement. I'm going to show y'all something. Thank you, Juan and Melissa, for sharing with us your anniversary. This is our gift. This is my gift to you. This live was my gift to you. Now, let me show you how to enforce boundaries without folk knowing you're enforcing boundaries. You do it without announcing it. They want you to go to one place. You just politely excuse yourself and say, I have something I need to do here. You politely excuse yourself. It's no different when you are in someone's house and it's time for you to leave. Excuse me, I need to go here. I need to be here. You politely excuse yourself. You don't have to announce you're enforcing boundaries. You just politely excuse yourself. I'm teaching it here today. This thing is straight fire. Politely excuse yourself. That's all. My. And listen to me. This is big, Chanel. And if the relationship survives you enforcing boundaries, you know it's God ordained. I just threw this phone outside. If the relationship survives you enforcing, then you know it's God ordained. You have a blessed day too, Kim. Some people can't tolerate you enforcing certain things, but the ones that can, you know they're ordained for your life. Get on that conference call, Nina. God bless you. Nice seeing you today. Listen, morning motivation. What a session today. What a session today. My. What a session today. This relationship piece had us in a complete chokehold. We went from marriage to all relationships. Marriages were saved. The devil thought he had you. The devil just knew. I'm telling you, yeah, she okay. She just fell out the bed because she losing her mind. See, you didn't woke up the nurse in Joanna. You didn't woke up the nurse. You didn't woke up Nurse Joanna checking on people. Man, that whole relationship, that whole marriage and relationship piece is so critical. Cynthia, thank you yesterday for coming. Cynthia came in service yesterday. Thank you for visiting us again. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone that came in. I know many of you still had, things and children and stuff that you were doing. Yeah. Can't give birth if you're not in position. You are welcome. Everyone. Everyone is welcome. Everyone. My. All right, listen. Tomorrow is Sherry Wyatt. Good morning. Tomorrow is Churchy Friday. Don't forget, next week, next Tuesday, we're having our watch night service right here in the building. Then we're going to go down to LBF. You need to make sure you sign up. You need to make sure you sign up for that sneaker ball. It's going to be amazing. Annie said, this session got me delirious. Annie said, this message got me delirious. You're welcome, and you're welcome. That's funny. Everybody have a great day. Everybody have a great day. I got a little bit of work I got to do in here. Make sure this work gets done. Pastor, pray for me. I have surgery tomorrow. Okay, Renee. Everybody make sure we put Renee Lavelle, put Renee Terrell on the altar on our prayer list. Renee Terrell, she's having surgery tomorrow. So we'll be praying for you today, Renee. We'll be praying for you today. It got me up. It got me to thinking. Yeah, Dennis. You have a great day too, Lachelle. Everyone have a great, prosperous day. Enjoy. I know some of you have days off. Enjoy your days off. I told some people don't come in until I don't want to see nobody until Sunday because they need days off and they are not coming in. Yeah, they're not coming in. Yeah, please make sure we pray for Renee. That's right. Chillax today. Chillax today. All right. Chillax today. God bless y'all. See y'all tomorrow. God bless.